Hello, everyone. My name is Billy Hicks, and I'm excited to share my work from this sprint. This challenge involved implementing a mechanic designed by one of my peers into our tile-based game project. The new mechanic I've introduced is called Echo Portal. This mechanic was designed by Michael Alcanas. It's a unique feature that temporarily grants players a ghostly intangible state, allowing them to bypass physical barriers. This adds a layer of strategic depth and encourages exploration and creative problem solving in gameplay. I will show how the Echo Portal and step count mechanics work together in 3 levels. I will also highlight how the player interacts with both the navigator and driver mechanics to accomplish their objectives. Now, let's dive into the game. In level 1, I have designed a beginner-friendly level to demonstrate how the count mechanic works. The player has 15 steps to reach the goal. I have implemented a blueprint fake wall with its can't enter property set to true. To complete the level, the player must walk through the fake wall, as it's impossible to reach the goal without doing so. In level 2, I have designed this level to introduce the Echo Portal mechanic. The player has 20 steps to reach the goal. I have placed 3 portals at different locations, each configured with a 5-second countdown. During this time, the player can pass through doors. Once the countdown ends, the player returns back to normal form and can no longer pass the door. In level 3, I have combined all mechanics, giving the player 20 steps to reach the goal. This level introduces the increase 1 step mechanic, which adds 1 step to the player's count, serving as a critical resource. The player must utilize this feature to progress, as it's necessary to activate the portal key to unlock the door and complete the level. Next, I will explain how I implemented the Echo Portal mechanic in Unreal Engine. Here in the editor, you can see various components that make this mechanic function. In the Entity Player blueprint, I created 2 custom events, one to apply shimmering effect when the player steps on the Echo Portal tile, and another to revert player's appearance back to normal. I created BP Tile Door, a child of BP tile, added a cube mesh, and applied a custom material. I also created a separate blueprint, Tile Echo Portal, where I incorporated sound effects and Niagara effect for visual feedback. The logic behind this mechanic is when the player steps on the Echo Portal tile, the character transitions to a holographic effect, allowing them to pass through the door. However, this effect lasts only 5 seconds, after which the player reverts back to the normal state and can no longer pass the door. You will notice I have added detailed comments for each of the section of the blueprint to make it easy to follow. These comments also serve as a guide for me during the development. One of the main challenges I faced was ensuring that the transition into the tangible state was smooth and visually intuitive for the player. Synchronizing the material effect with the collision profile required some trials and error. Additionally, I had to ensure that the mechanic wouldn't allow players to bypass areas unintentionally, so I carefully tested and adjusted the placement of the echo portals. The echo portal mechanic adds a fresh dimension to the gameplay, encouraging players to think strategically and explore creatively. I am grateful for the opportunity to bring Michael O'Connor's concept to life and incorporate it into this project. Thank you.